Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. As part of Microsoft Power Platform series, we are going to learn Microsoft Power Automate Desktop first. And we have already covered few scenarios in Microsoft Power Automate Desktop, that is message box, input dialog, variables, clipboard, files. And we are still discussing on files concept only. So as part of Microsoft Power Automate Desktop series, we are going to cover the best practices, basic functionality of that particular command, best practices, and how we can utilize this in real-time scenarios. We are going to learn in three different ways. So let's get started. So today we are going to cover file topics. We have covered few concepts in the file topics. Let me navigate to Microsoft Power Automate Desktop. So we have already covered if file exists, copy file, move file, delete file. We have already covered. Today we are going to learn how to read a data from CSV file. And let's get started. So this is very important thing. So in real time scenarios, so what is the use of this read command? So let's discuss this one. Okay. So every RPA process, we will be having input files, output files, and few parameters we need to use in that particular process, like IDs, or CMPs, INCs, tickets, or account numbers, whatever it is. So based on the process, so each and every process will have their own records, or values, something like that. Few values may change dynamically on ad hoc basis. So those values, we can pass it through CSV input configuration file. So the first thing, so in the upcoming sessions, I am going to develop one end-to-end use case. I'll cover from requirement gathering phase to production support. I mean, I'll cover requirement gathering, solution design document, how to start a project, how to start development, what are all the prerequisites, what are all the best practices, and how to migrate the code from dev to UAT, a lower environment to upper environment, production support. Each and every concept we are going to cover. So as part of that life cycle, the first very important thing in RPA life cycle is preparing configuration file. So why we need to prepare a configuration file? So configuration file is very important. So each and every value we should read from configuration file only. We are not supposed to hard code any value in the RPA life cycle. This is very important and mandatory thing we need to learn in the RPA use case development. So preparing a configuration file, so you can prepare configuration file using CSV, Excel file, or XML file. So you can prepare a document, a configuration file, by using these three things. So anything is fine. So either you can use the CSV, or you can use the Excel file, or you can use the XML file. So today we are going to learn how to read the CSV file. So this will help us to read the configuration values from the configuration file. So let's get started. So let me open a CSV file. So here I have a CSV file, and let me open the CSV file first. So here I have few dummy values. I'll just uh, delete those values, and I'll enter something related to environment and URL, user ID, something like that. I'll just consider few values. Environment is prod, and URL is www.apple.com, and then and user ID, I'll say, let's say A12345, something like that. So let me save this CSV file, and I want to read these values. So tomorrow the URL might change, or the user ID might change, or environment you want to upgrade or downgrade from lower environment to upper environment or upper environment to lower environment, like UAT, dev or prod, something like that. So what you can do, you can just use this CSV file to read the values dynamically, and you can update the value in CSV file. You don't need to hard code those values in the code itself. So let's see. So let me use the read from CSV file command, and let me choose the file under downloads, Microsoft Word. This is my CSV file, and here we will be having a different encoding functionalities. So we no need to worry about that. Just leave it as it is. And here the output is going to generate a CSV. Okay, so if you see the advanced concept, each and every CSV will be having a different delimiters or separators. So here you can see by default most of the CSV file is comma separated delimiter. Few countries they use semicolon, tab or other. So that in that scenario you can choose, or else you can just leave it as it is. Okay. So trim fields. So trim fields is nothing but whatever the data you are going to read, you can trim the leading and trailing spaces from the particular thing actually. So let me go to variable produced. So here it is going to produce the CSV table. That means all the content you can see in this table. So let's see. So let me click on save. Let me use message box to display. See, let's say CSV data, message box title is CSV data, and let me select the CSV table, and let me click on save. Now I'll try to execute this code. So here you can see environment, URL, user ID, and the corresponding values. You can see it over here. So this is how we can retrieve the data from one CSV file. Let's suppose I want to write some data into CSV file. So let me copy and paste the CSV file here. So let me rename it to something destination again. And then what I'll just open this file, and I'll delete all the content in this file actually. So here I want to write some data. Okay, so here I want to write some data in the CSV file. So how I can write the data in CSV file? Let's see. So let me go to Microsoft Power Automate desktop, and let me click on files and drag write CSV file command, and here variable to write. So either you can select any variable to write some data, or else you can use your custom data to write. So let me select the file, that is destination file, document destination, select, and now I'll try to execute this code. So this is the first CSV file content, and here you can see the variable to export must be data table. So that means we are not supposed to pass any static values. So whenever if you want to update the data in CSV, you need to update the table only. So let's see. So let me remove the static text, and we are supposed to pass table only. So here we have some CSV table, that is first CSV table output. I am going to copy the same data into the destination file. So in the upcoming series, we are going to discuss in detail on tables. So what is tables, how to loop each and every row in the particular table, and how to loop each and every value in the particular row, we are going to discuss in detail in the upcoming session. Please subscribe and don't forget to click on bell icon. That's why you'll be notified every time when I upload new videos or series on Microsoft Power Automate desktop. So I'm trying to run this code. Now, first bot is going to read the first CSV file data in, and it is going to assign it to a table, that is CSV table. And what we are trying to do in the third line, we are trying to assign the table value into the another CSV file. So let me go to the destination, and this is the destination file. Here you can see 9/8, it is updated 9 a.m. 9 a.m. 8 9 hour 8 minutes. So let me open. Just now it has been updated. So let's see what are all the that has been updated. The first table value content, whatever it is, those same values is updated over here. Okay. So what I will do, I'll just the values from here. So here I will update some different values in the source. So environment, let me change it to prod. Environment, let me change it to prod, and URL I will change it to Google now. www.google.com. And user ID also I will change it to 0007. So let me save this thing, and now I'll try to execute this code once again. So now whatever the details I have updated in the data, we can see the same details in the destination CSV also. So let me try to execute this code. So here you can see the parameters has changed, prod Google 0007. So let me go to here and let me try to open this destination folder. Here you can see the values is updated over here also, like the same values, google.com 007 and prod. So this is how we can assign the CSV values to the table, and we can also assign the same value to the other, copy the content one from one CSV to another CSV. So hope you like this video. So we are going to discuss the table concept in detail in the upcoming session. Please subscribe, then don't, you will not miss the videos. Okay. So please subscribe and don't forget to click on bell icon. Thank you.